This is Cheese's Cheese on how union control works. And you see cheats are off. So there's two ways to do this. You can hit Alt F2 and then double click on an ally, and you see I now am playing from his perspective. I can move his scouts around, I can give this mechs over to me, I can do whatever. And the other way is to download a recently updated version of Supreme Scoreboard by me, but it's originally by Hussar, full credits to Hussar, that adds shift-clicked functionality on the little unit doll here to switch perspectives. So I can now go and hold shift and then just left click and swap to my allies that way. And then I'm going to quickly show how one does this without any scoreboard mods. So without any scoreboard mods, it's just as simple as if, just as you're an observer, you just click on your ally to switch to them. And you can still do the Alt F2 cheat menu to do it. And you still, union control works with cheats off. And I recently submitted a pull request to Forzat's Re.ui that will hopefully be approved. That will add this functionality to that modification as well. So all the main scoreboard mods and the vanilla scoreboard, which already had it implemented by default, will be able to use union control without swapping in it. And you see here when you hover over an ally, shift left click. But right now this is not on the vault. It should be on the vault in the next version though. And yeah, that's the basics of union control. I'm going to do a second half or part 2 going into some of the nuances on union control and disconnect, which I believe is the best implementation of union control. But yeah. Welcome to Cheese's Cheese. This is part 2 of the union control video, focusing on union control upon disconnect. And this just makes it so your comm doesn't blow up when someone's Ethernet cord gets unplugged, and it works with full share and no share equally. So if I can just have Right guys, if you want to hit F10 and just exit game. You see Right guys disconnected. This little message came up, and I can, as shown in the previous part of this video, I can now switch to Right guy's perspective, and I can control him. Sandman can also do the same thing, but you see I also cannot switch to Sandman because he is not disconnected. So this is useful for, the guy next to you loses his internet connection, blows up your whole army, and now you're down a comm, you're down your army, and the game's just thrown. It's just over, more or less. But another sort of unique thing about this is, I'm down, or excuse me, Right guy's just disconnected. And then let's say, let me switch back to my perspective. I get sniped. So in a normal game, this leaves player 3, Sandman in this situation, in a 1-on-3, when really it should be a 2-on-1. But because we have union control and disconnect, I can swap over to Right guys. And I am eliminated, my army's eliminated, but because Right guys isn't eliminated yet, I can still play in his slot. So it really just opens the door for more fair games, like less contingent on random internet disconnects. And the only issue I foresee, which can be regulated, is some crazy situations where, let's say, we snipe a in an all welcome game and farms is in it and farms gets sniped, and then the 500 guy quits and then farms gets to play his slot. Like that does create a little bit of an imbalance, but it's not something that most people are trying to play the game. We're not running tournaments here. So yeah, that's this covers unit control on disconnect and regular unit control.